Calaroga Shark Media.
From Poolside, I'm Johnny Mack with your daily comedy news. Shane Gillis was on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. We learned that Shane's mother did not go to the big show at the football stadium. Shane told Jimmy, "Oh, my mom didn't go to the show. She was on vacation." She'd text me and be like, "My heart's with you. Good luck. I love you." I was like, "You're in Croatia. You're having fun." ESPN has hired Stavros Halios to be the star of a new Football's On campaign. Standing in front of a huge screen with multiple mini video boxes of ESPN programming, Stavros says this.
There is so much NFL on ESPN right now, it's disgusting. I love it. Monday Night Football's on, the pregame and postgame are on, and then like 4 more shows about those shows every week. I don't speak Roman, but I'm pretty sure Super Bowl 61 is on. NFL Network is now on the ESPN app. If they had any more football, my doctor will have some words. No, we're good. Sick. Football is on. This is your life now.
Ricky Gervais was on This Morning in the UK last week. Co-host Josie Gibson asked Ricky Gervais how he stays grounded despite his success and being absolutely loaded. He said, "Am I grounded? I don't know. I think it's because I made it when I was 40. If you make it when you're 18, it changes you. I was already fat and I hated the world." And you got the same friends as family as well. I don't think I could be anything other than this. Sebastian Maniscalco admitted that scheduling a round of golf in August in Las Vegas might have been a mistake. Sebastian said, "Everybody's been telling me it's hotter than the sun over there. I don't know if I should maybe cancel the golf because doing 18 through 125 degrees, I might not make the show." The topic of Sebastian's hair came up again. We learned he used to have a mullet. He said, "I played soccer, and back in the 80s, if you were playing soccer, for some reason, you had long hair." He even attempted to have his mullet permed, but his hair was too thin to hold anything beyond a wave. Amy Schumer has her first kids book out. Isn't this exciting? The author and comedian tells people, "I love doing things that scare me. If it scares me, I'm doing it. And this scared me. If something makes me nervous, it's like an opportunity. Let's try and get better at it. This is my first attempt at a children's book, and I hope to get better. It is called A Joke of Her Own. It's all about a little girl who wants to write her very own book and take ownership over when people laugh at her. And that's inspired by Amy Schumer's own childhood, as well as a message she tries to impart to her son, Gene, who's now 7. Amy Schumer said, "When my son was younger, we would be laughing because he did something so cute and he'd feel laughed at. I remember I did my first play when I was 5, and whenever I'd come on stage, the audience would just start laughing, and it's because I was like this little girl with her pigtails. They would laugh, and I would get really down after performances. Finally, the director said to me, 'What's going on?' I just said, 'It hurts my feelings when they laugh at me.' And she said, 'No, it's a good thing when you make people laugh. It means you made them happy, and they love you.' So I tried to teach my son the same lesson. The message in the children's book, A Joke of Her Own, is about the importance of hard work when you want to get better at something, and the value of comedy, especially for kids." Oh, there's more. Amy kept talking. She said, "I think kids also get frustrated a lot when they aren't great at something right away, and you just have to teach them over and over again that it's about practicing and really working hard. It's really a love letter to my son, of course, and to all the little class clowns out there, because I remember getting in trouble a lot for making people laugh, and I hope to encourage more teachers, more parents to have laughter, be part of raising their children, and looked at as a positive thing when a kid shows an affinity for comedy. My favorite part of the day is right before he goes to sleep and we read books. We've done it since he was born, just this nightly, really cozy thing, and I keep worrying it's going to go away, but he loves it and depends on it just as much as I do." And she keeps going, and I can't even. A Joke of Her Own will be on shelves March 9th. It's available now for pre-order. Katt Williams caught up with Afrotech. He said, "My journey's been independent from the beginning. There wasn't a blueprint for a comedian paying for his own special, licensing itself, and then repeating the process over and over again without relying on endorsements, sponsors, or a traditional system. My team and I built it ourselves together. Honestly, I made a decision a long time ago that I would keep touring for as long as people kept showing up. 24 tours later, we've played more than 400 cities with a 91% sellout rate, performing exclusively in arenas. What's even more remarkable is that we do it without the traditional promotional machine. You don't see me constantly posting, asking people to buy tickets, or doing radio interviews in every city to fill seats. The audience comes because we've built a relationship over decades. Over the course of those 24 tours, we've sold between 2 and 4 million tickets each time. That kind of loyalty is something I don't take for granted. It comes with an obligation. My promise has always been that if people keep coming, I'll keep giving them a brand new hour of comedy every time they see me. 14 comedy specials later, that's still the commitment. My job is to continue the conversation we started back in 1995. As long as people want to be part of the conversation, I'll keep showing up." Leslie Jones weighed in on the New York Knicks. She was asked about this notion that Jalen Brunson is the greatest Knicks player of all time. Leslie Jones vehemently disagreed. Quoting Leslie, "Oh, y'all kids, y'all just love to do BS. I mean, that's just such effery. Come on, okay? We can't be together if you got that BS on you. He's not the best." No, it's a very popular stance. Host Speedy Mormon said, "It's a very popular stance. A lot of people feel that way." Leslie acknowledged Jalen Brunson's greatness, especially in the NBA Finals, but said, "Listen, he brought them a championship, and I'm telling you, that boy's good. I would say he's one of the best Knicks. One of the best Knicks. But the best Knick? Y'all doing too much." Kathy Griffin, anytime she's mentioned on the show, it's always, something really positive. Kathy Griffin had a nice day. Kathy Griffin went to the park and said hi to people and got along with everybody. And then occasionally a Kathy Griffin story will have some sort of strife and angst in it. Well, poor Kathy says her former friend completely ignored her after her Donald Trump photo shoot. You may recall back in 2017, there was a little kerfluffle. Kathy Griffin did something. I don't even want to repeat it here. Again, I don't want visits from the guys with the sunglasses. You know what I'm talking about. You remember the story. I just want to talk about comedy. Anyway, Kathy Griffin said she unexpectedly crossed paths with Foo Fighters frontman Dave Grohl while traveling through JFK Airport. And she believes Dave Grohl deliberately avoided acknowledging Kathy Griffin. According to Griffin, she spotted Dave Grohl while browsing at a newsstand, but chose not to approach him immediately because she had become accustomed to people in the entertainment industry distancing themselves from her following the backlash over her controversial photo shoot. Kathy said, "Then Dave acted like he didn't know me. Maybe he didn't see me because I'm so hard to miss at a newsstand. Then I thought maybe I should go up to him. I thought, no, if he's being like this because of the Trump head picture scandal, it's just going to be awkward." That's why I say my former friend, still an A-plus musician, but he has some issues as being the only nice dude in rock and roll. Maybe, okay, Dave, you saw me. He and I used to be kind of friendly. During an interview on Australian television in August of 2017, Kathy Griffin said, "Stop acting like my little picture is more important than talking about the actual atrocities that the President of the United States is committing." In November of that same year, she apparently said, "I take that apology back, by the way. I take it back big time." New York City-based comedian, filmmaker, and actor Edi Modica's debut comedy special, "I'm Just Like You and It Sucks," now has a release date September 17th, 8 p.m. On YouTube, we are told through unfiltered storytelling, Edi Modica discusses her longing for human connection and all the ways she's contorted herself in search of it, whether it be talking to stains on her aunt's carpet, making out with a pair of brothers on a cruise in 2007, or talking to a stranger about his late girlfriend who died in a car accident. Edi will stop at nothing to feel and spread love to the world around her. Edi guides the audience through her life as an angry poor kid, a sexually deviant teen, all the way to where she is now a poor yet slightly famous sexually deviant adult with a passion for human connection. Edi Modica said, "We're all insane, complex perverts, which means none of us are. And isn't that beautiful?" Born and raised in New York, from Nyack to Bay Ridge to Ridgewood. She's best known for her role in Jury Duty, Season 1, the good season. I couldn't make it through Season 2. She's also one of Vulture's comedians you should and will know. The Toronto Guardian has a regular feature about comedians we should know. One of them, Mysterion the Mind Reader. On his driver's license, it says Christopher Justin Doyle, but Mysterion the Mind Reader blends off-the-cuff tongue-in-cheek comedy with impossible psychological feats. Mysterion says, "I lighten my show by not taking it too seriously and allow a lot of audience play to create a fun environment and welcoming atmosphere while still performing some impossible psychological feats." His influences, the amazing Kreskin, Doug Henning. And as for characters, I'm a huge fan of classic wrestling, with some of the bombastic ones heavily influencing my nuances and even look over the years. Favorite comedian growing up? Red Fox is the GOAT. Favorite comedian now? Jimmy Carr and Jim Jeffries are a tie. I also enjoy the comedy of Canadian improv genius Ken Hall. Ken Hall of the Two-Man No-Show. I don't know Ken Hall. We'll have to look up Ken Hall one of these days. Favorite place he's played? Mysterion said the Magic Castle in Hollywood, California is the world's most prestigious venue for magicians, and having had the opportunity to work there over 100 shows was my dream come true. There's been a lot of random press about Star Trek ruiner Patton Oswalt. He told Forbes his approach to comedy specials. "It's been kind of a steady thing ever since my first special, which is I'm always doing stand-up. I'm always thinking of how the next hour is going to gel." He did this interview right before his special dropped and said he was in that weird period before the special drops where I've got a lot of new stuff, but there are things I can still do from the special because no one had seen it yet. You're kind of saying goodbye to a lot of the stuff you're dependent on, know is going to kill, but then you remember there are these other hours that you've written. It's like going through life. You keep going to meet new people. Comedy is a thing that I do, so I think of a special or an album as, okay, now we're checking in a year down the road, here's what's happening, see you in another year and a half or so, and then we'll check in again. I'm always doing it, but you don't need to see the whole process of me going up on stage Tuesday at the Laugh Factory or Sunday at Largo, working out new stuff with a piece of paper to see if this works. They're like editions of magazines. Here's how I'm feeling at this year, at this time, at this age, and that is your comedy news for today. I'll see you tomorrow.